Okay, this is less. On this one, we were subtracting using standard algorithm and unit form. As you can see on A, it said 9/10 minus 3/10 equals 6/10. So we had the same units here, so we're able to use our basic math facts. In B, it says 9/1 2/1000 minus 3/1. Well, I know 9/1 2/1000. 9/1 minus 3/1 gives me 6/1. 2/1000 minus 0/1000, because there's none on this one, gives me 2/1000. Under C, 400s minus 300s, 400s minus 0/100s gives me 400s. 600ths minus 300ths give us 300s. On D, we have 56,000 minus 23,000. Well, if we look at this, I have 56,000 minus 23,000, and we're going to end up with 33,000. Now, if I wanted to write that as hundredths, if I had a place value chart, and right now, we're saying 33,000. This is our tenths, this is our 100ths, this is our thousandths. Now 33 thousandths means the 3 is in a thousandths position, 33 thousandths. Now it wants me to 33 thousandths, I can see I have 3 hundredths and 3 thousandths. Number 2 is wanting us to use standard algorithm. It's real important in standard algorithm that we write big enough so that we can line up our place values, and we're using our decimal point to make sure that we're lined up. We're subtracting. We know we can't take 9 from 8, so we have to regroup. We're going to take 10 from here, and we're adding it over here. Now we have 18. 18 minus 9 gives us 9. Now if I want to double check myself, I did 9 and 9, that would give me 18, and I can see I ended up with the same number I started with. Under B, 41 and 84 hundredths, and we're going to subtract 9 hundredths. Now once again, I can't take 9 from 4, so we're going to regroup 10 from here, and I'm adding 10 to the 4, that gives me 14. 14 minus 9 gives me 5, with a 7, 1, and 4, so we end up 41 and 75 hundredths. Under C, 341 and 84 hundredths, and we're going to subtract 21 and 92 hundredths. So we know 4 minus 2 gives us 2. We cannot subtract the 9 from the 8, so we're going to regroup. We have 18 minus 9 gives us 9. We put our decimal place in there. 0 cannot take 1 from 0, so we have to regroup again. 10 minus 1 is 9. 3 minus 2 is 1 and 3. The key to standard algorithm is just aligning your place values with the decimal point. We have 5 and 182 thousandths minus 9 hundredths. Now what we've learned in class is always make them the same size. Makes it easier. 2 minus 0 is 2. Cannot take 9 from 8, so we're going to regroup. 18 minus 9 is 9. 0 minus 0 is 0. And 5 minus 0 is 5. On E, 50 and 416 thousandths. And we're subtracting 4 and 25 hundredths. Once again, we're going to make it even. So that's the same number of digits. 6 minus 0 is 6. We cannot take 5 from 1, so we're going to regroup the 4. Take 10 over. 11 minus 5 is 6. 3 minus 2 is 1. We cannot take 4 from 0, so we're going to regroup again. 10 minus 4 is 6, and 46 and 166 thousandths. F, 741, and we're subtracting 3 and 91 hundredths. Now this is a tricky one because it's a whole number, so the decimal's right at the end there. And we're going to place zeros in there so we have the same. Now I cannot take 1 from 0, so I'm going to go to the next place value. There's nothing there, so I have to go to the next place value. So I'm going to regroup this one. Now I have 10 here. I still got to get over to the hundredths place. So I'm going to regroup here with 9, and now I have 10 in the hundredths place. 10 minus 1 gives us 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. Decimal point. Cannot take 3 from 0, so we're going to regroup again. 10 minus 3 is 7. 3 and 7. In the first one, you can see they converted over to decimal form to subtract. Now we have two options here. We can either use, I'm going to use we know 5. Well, I know 5 is also equal to 50 tenths. So I'm going to use unit form this time. So basically I got 50 tenths minus 16 tenths. And we have to regroup. We end up with 34 tenths. Now to rewrite this in standard form, 34 tenths is 3 and 4 tenths. Now on this one, I could go ahead and regroup this. Let's go ahead and do this in standard form. I know 24 tenths is the same as 2 and 4 tenths. And I know 1 and 3 tenths, 1 and 3 tenths. Doesn't matter which one you use, you pick the strategy that's best for you, whether it's uniform or standard form. Under D, since this one here is in standard form on the end, I'm going to go ahead and convert this. 6 ones, 7 hundredths. So 6 ones, 7 hundredths. And I'm going to subtract 2 and 3 tenths. First thing, make them the same. 7 minus 0 is 7. Have to regroup. 10 minus 3 is 7. Put our decimal place in there. 5 minus 2 is 3. And E, we're going to change the 500ths because that's going to be easiest for us. So we have 8 and 246 thousandths, and we're 5 hundredths. Okay, so there is 5 hundredths. So I'm going to place a placeholder. 6 minus 0 is 6. Regroup the 2. 14 minus 5 is 9. 1 minus 0 is 1. And 8. And F is done for us. Number 4. Mr. House wrote 8 tenths minus 5 hundredths on a board. Maggie said the answer is 3 hundredths because 8 minus 5 equals 3. Is she correct? Well, let's see. 8 minus 5 is equal to 3, but this is 8 tenths, and it's minus 5 hundredths. Now, one thing is they have to be the same unit of measure. So I've got to change one. And since it's 5 hundredths, I'm going to change the 8 tenths. I know 8 tenths is the same thing as saying 80 hundredths. And now I have 5 hundredths. Subtract that, I'm going to get 75 hundredths. Now I know 75 hundredths is going to be 0.75. So Maggie was wrong. And she was wrong because they had different place values.